What's going on? It's your boy LK.
Big Daddy Nate.
See Money Cam.
Today we're going to be talking about the draft results after day one, the crazy things that happened at pick number 8, and more. Stay tuned, Daddy.
Welcome back to the Triple Crown Pod.
Well, there ain't much to talk about at number one except for the nails.
The bust of the century.
Dude, I would love if he busted.
Yeah, I think
He's just so cocky, if you know what I mean.
I think he thinks he's already made it, but you know, we'll just let God humble him and them pink fucking nails.
I'm just sick and tired of that punk.
You sound like a 70-year-old.
But yeah, I mean, no surprise that the pick gave us a little cliffhanger picking him with like 4 minutes left on the clock. But yeah, going on to pick number 2.
The commies got it done. Fucking Dan Snyder probably would have drafted Penix or J.J. McCarthy at 2, but new GM, hopefully fucking winning season coming soon.
Big J Money.
What do y'all think about him? Unbiased, knowing that, pretend you don't know I'm a commies fan.
I mean, personally, I could give a fucking rat's ass if you were. I'm just gonna give it to you straight up.
Okay, buddy.
But no, I don't think. I don't know what to think. I think he's a good quarterback going into the system. I don't think starting out the gate, no. I mean, like you said previously, you're not getting a Super Bowl this year, more than likely. I mean, can't count anything out. But, I mean, just let him sit under Mariota for the first 5 games or something. Just let him learn. Or more if Mariota's doing good. Just let him learn and then let him eat.
I feel like it's going to be like a year or two till, like, unless they get some weapons around him, like, year 2. But, like, once they get some weapons around him, I think he's going to be a solid, like, I mean, I know they got Terry. Like, once they get, like, a solid, I think, who's y'all's 2? Like,
Jahan Dotson.
Once they get, like, a tight end or, like, a solid 2, he'll be a solid, or if he doesn't get any injuries, he'll be a solid QB, I think. He'll get to the playoffs year 3, I think.
It's hard to be unbiased, but I feel like he's the most. I mean, Caleb Williams, he's going into such a good situation. Besides, like, the O-line's a little iffy, and then the coaching staff is a little iffy. But as far as weapons around him,
Yeah.
I feel like he's definitely going into, like, the best situation. But I think JD, he's got to start. Like, I think he's, like, the most polished. And like I said, I'm trying to be unbiased, but I feel like he's the most polished. You could put Williams in front of him. I'd be cool with that. But, like, he's more polished than May for sure. JJ, I mean, it's hard to say because he didn't really get asked to do much. But hopefully, I think he'll be a day one starter. But the bad news is that there's not really much, like, elite tackles left in the draft.
Yeah, that's... Like, I feel like it's just going to be, like, it's just going to be tough out the gate for him. Like, all the quarterbacks, besides Williams, like you said, well, like McCarthy, too, he's got Jefferson, Addison, and Jones. So if he struggles out the gate, like...
And Big Dallas Turner. That's a hell of a fucking draft.
Yeah.
JJ and Dallas Turner, dude.
I forgot. They had a good draft, yeah. I can't believe he fell that far.
Yeah, I think he's got probably I don't know. Him and Caleb are pretty tight for best situation because the Vikings have a pretty solid O-line.
Yeah, Vikings, you got the best receiver in the league right there. So, I mean.
And did Aaron Jones go to the Vikings too?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got a good running back. Like
Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson.
Oh, I forgot they had Hawkinson too.
That's a W fucking.
And they got a good line.
Yeah,
he's up there.
So, yeah, I think Daniels probably has the third best situation unless somebody Mainly offensive line if somebody emerges as like a solid guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said, it's gonna like year 2 or year 3. Once they get like a little more weapons, then he'll have a like sophomore breakout. I feel like.
And it's tough because everybody's just gonna pair rookie QBs to C.J. Stroud now. Like if you're just average, you're automatically trash because C.J. Stroud was so good first year.
Like you gotta give him time to develop, like get used to the like NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think if he has like an average NFL season, I don't think he's like gonna be bad immediately. Like you gotta get time to.
Shit, if we go 8-9 or better, I think that's a pretty fucking solid season.
Well, like
for us.
even if y'all have a top 10 pick, I don't think it's like a bad season because you still got a like new QB.
Mm-hmm.
Like he needs time to develop, but I think it's a good pick overall.
We could sign Big David Bakhtiari, even though he's kind of injury prone.
That's a dude from the Packers.
He's still a free agent.
Yeah, there's still a couple guys out there that's solid. Like I seen y'all might trade for like Ayuk, right? Like he's on the trade block.
Yeah, but I seen something more likely to trade Debo now.
Oh, really?
At least that's what I seen on Twitter. I don't know where that came from or not, but who knows? They probably won't trade any of them. Sign them both for like $100 million.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right, going on to the old third pick, Patriots. Nothing crazy. Drake May. That's just more we got to see what he has.
Got to be the worst situation out of probably every single team in the league, you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, they got a solid line, but that's about it.
I feel like he's a good like he would be a good quarterback if he sat under someone, but he's got no one to sit under, and he's got no weapons. Like
unless they roll big Brissett out there. I mean, he's serviceable.
Like he's solid, but like, what the fuck is he gonna learn from fucking Brissett, dog? Like, how to be a fucking second string, dog? Like, how to be a bench fucking quarterback? Like,
yeah, they got to do something.
Like maybe if he sat under like fucking, I don't know, like fuck, I don't know.
They got to make some shit shake in the draft.
Well, like if Vikings drafted May, like he had some weapons like Jefferson, but like who the fuck is on the like fucking Ramondre? But he's ass. Like I mean he's all right running back, but like he can't run, he can catch, but shit.
They still have Juju.
I don't know.
Juju and Kendrick Bourne.
I think their wide receiver one's Demario Douglas.
I mean, the one plus side is he wasn't working with much at UNC, so maybe he might be able to make something shake.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's gonna be a Mac Jones 2.0. They don't know how to develop quarterbacks, and
Damn, that's a crazy take.
well, they don't know how to develop quarterbacks in New England. I think if Mac Jones had some weapons, he would have been a decent quarterback. But I think I see it like all they do is stack their defense, and they don't give anyone to their offense.
Yeah, who did Brady have when he first came in after Bledsoe? Do y'all remember? I don't really know.
Fuck no.
But I mean, that's just striking gold there. That ain't gonna happen. Probably, I mean, unless Purdy turns into something fucking crazy. I mean, that only happens once every 10 years or so or something.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, they had Bledsoe was good, Brady was good, and they haven't had to do anything since. I guess they just fired all their QB coaching staff because they had fucking Brady and then just threw Mac Jones in the garbage.
They had no good offensive coordinators over there either. They had fucking Matt Patricia as their fucking offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the shitty Lions coach who went fucking before, like the
I mean, he's defensive kind
yeah
of guy, isn't he?
yeah, like he's the one who changed up our defense and was fucking awful.
Yeah. Well, Patriots probably being a top 5 pick for probably the next 5 to 6 years anyway, so we'll probably be talking about them next year in the draft. But moving on to pick number 4, Arizona Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Big Marv.
Another suspected pick. It's going to be probably a dog. Nice help for Kyler. Said he could be the next Larry Fitz.
Yeah, I think it's a solid pick. Like, exactly what they needed, honestly. They got rid of Brown and Moore. So, they got that solid tight end. What's his name? Fucking that rookie who had a good year.
Trey McBride.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
They got some good young weapons over there, so.
Yeah, slight rebuild, but not fully.
Yeah.
Because of Kyler, but I'm not sold on Kyler, but he gets it done sometimes.
Yeah, Kyler might just be one of those guys where they
serviceable.
like I guess like a journeyman type. Like you keep him for 8 to 10 years, but he doesn't do anything. He's just like just an average quarterback.
Yeah, when it's double XP weekend on that COD, he's just useless.
That boy go ham.
Yeah. I seen he throws under 200 yards every double XP weekend on COD. That's rough, dog.
Yeah, so I think they'll be probably around pick 12, 13 next year.
Who's the backups to Big Marv now? You said they got rid of Moore and Brown, so who do they have?
I don't think, because they got rid of that short dude too.
Isabella or something?
No.
They got rid of Robbie Anderson, right?
That ain't fucking saying
Yeah, I
much.
think he played with Miami
What
last year.
It's that fucking short guy.
Rondale Moore?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got rid of him too. Is that what he was trying to say?
He went to
Moore and Brown.
Chosen.
Yeah.
Chosen Anderson. Fucking idiot.
He went to the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, I think he had one good game. I think Mike White threw him like a fucking 70-yard bomb or some shit. I think it was when they were
That's
beating
classic.
the Broncos too.
Yeah,
like
70 fucking 3 points.
Mike White to Chosen.
Yo, Mike White, if somebody developed that dude, he'd be something.
Remember when he was going off on the Jets? Fucking.
They should have kept him.
Yeah. Well, we got pick number 5. I'll let y'all handle this one.
Shit, who the fuck?
Fucking.
I think they stick to their guns and pick Big Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Kinda
Oh, it's
bull-
Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Joe Alt.
Fucking.
Trying to think who fucking had number 5.
Yeah, that was one of the ideal trade-up spots, but still boring through the top 5. But Joe Alt's going to be a fucking all-pro fucking tackle probably.
Yeah, their line is looking pretty solid now, but they still ain't got no fucking receivers to throw to.
Yeah, they made her better. Fucking, you got to draft at least 2 in a draft, right? Unless they plan on getting Ayuk or Debo. I could see them getting Ayuk, Debo, or T. Higgins for sure.
Maybe
You
they're.
don't think so?
I don't think they got the money. I think that's why everyone left, because they're just so deep in the cap space.
Yeah, maybe they're just hoping that Quentin Johnson just breaks out.
Because I'm not
That's a
sure
hell of a
about.
bet.
I'm not sure about Debo, but I know you'll have to pay Higgins and Ayuk, and
Yeah.
from my understanding, they want a bag. So
And they already
But
paid
Debo's
Big
already
Herb,
had.
right?
what?
They already paid Big Herb.
Yeah, they signed him last year.
But Debo's got a hell of a
That's the
contract,
price
don't
of
he?
that. That's-
I'm not too sure about Debo.
They're kind of in a similar situation as the Bills, kind of.
Yeah, really
Paid a quarterback and everybody fucking leaves.
I'm just confused why they decide to keep Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, but they get rid of all their fucking offense.
Yeah, I hope they don't think Khalil Mack's going to pop off again. I don't think he will. I
Yeah,
think he just had that
he's one I probably would have chipped off.
Well,
but
he's older, ain't he?
but if you have a quarterback and you pay him all that money, he should be able to make something out of nothing.
Dog. I think he should at least pick, a wide receiver, at least. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think
they got-
I don't know. I'll never hate against a the best offensive lineman in the draft. It's kind of
Yeah,
hard.
but they drafted one last year, or they already had
They got Rashawn Slater. He's a dog.
Yeah,
because
he
if you,
plays-
like I said, if you have the good ass quarterback, and especially if you have a good line, you're just gonna have someone just got to go get after it on the wide receivers. I mean, Quentin Johnson, they drafted
but they
him
gave
pretty
away
early.
their tight end too. I think Everett to the Bears. I think
Yeah,
so. They got.
Do they
literally-
still have Josh Palmer?
Yeah.
Dude, he's pretty solid. I mean, he's no fucking number one receiver.
Yeah,
If
he's
they
solid.
draft one and he is okay, I think Palmer can handle most of the load because when Keenan and Mike are injured, I mean, that dude's catching at least 6 passes a game.
Yeah,
for
'cause,
like
I mean,
damn
I
near
know
100
Keenan
yards.
played most of last year, but I mean, honestly, think of it. You've really never had Keenan and Mike too much the whole season. I mean, not talking about last year, but the year before, Mike and Keenan were out like every fucking game.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it. Why am I gonna break the bag for Keenan? Because he played finally one full.
Yeah, other than Keenan last year, he got injured pretty much half a season.
Dude's hamstrings are fucking toast.
Yeah, he's gonna be tough in that cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be every other game. Not gonna be hurting.
He's going to be looking like Sketch versus Speed out there.
But I think it's a pretty solid pick. Can't complain. Can't
Yeah.
never not boost up the offensive line.
Yeah, if you're picking offensive line in the top 5, it's got to be like an 80% chance of being all pro.
Well, yeah, I mean, like good O line is.
But the only thing is they're going to have to move him over to the right side or something because I think he's mainly a left tackle, but that Slater guy plays left tackle.
Oh, does he?
So one of them has to move. But either way, I think they're both good enough to be able to transition.
I mean, if you have a good offensive line, it's just tough to go against, especially if you're a tackle too.
Especially if you get Gus Edwards burning up the fucking.
I forgot they got.
Oh,
Imagine,
yeah, they got a drafting fucking running back, too.
dude, that's tough. Getting Gus and fucking J.K. Dobbins. Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see J.K. Dobbins in just one full season just to see what.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's shown flashes, but he only lasts like a game and a half each season.
Didn't they say he was gonna pop off last year in fantasy? Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
But moving on to pick number 6. What team was that?
Giants.
Giants
picking.
Big Malik Neighbors. Another receiver going to die in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought they were getting a quarterback, but I think he's gonna be solid. Once they get a quarterback, he's a 1A, he was 1A 1B with Harrison, I think.
Yeah. And he's following that LSU bloodline, so he's got to be something.
Yeah,
But there's just no reason. We were talking about this last night. There's just no reason to take a quarterback when you just have nobody around you. Like you're just gonna draft a quarterback to go and die.
and they got some they got a wide receiver last year too, right? Like young guy, like in the 3rd round or something. Hyatt or.
Oh yeah, Jalen Hyatt.
Like he's like not developed yet, but there's
Yeah.
another young piece.
I
Like
think he's like a deep ball kind of guy.
yeah,
But Neighbors is that all arounder. So
yeah, like a 1. Like once they get a quarterback, like probably they're gonna be a top 5 pick next couple years too. But like if they get a quarterback in next year's draft, they'll be a good young team. I think.
Dude, they're gonna have to like make a trade or something because they pay him like over $100 million or something.
It was something fat.
Like 150 plus at least. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be one of the.
Well, they just paid someone a bag too, didn't they? Like a defensive guy, they just paid someone a bag.
Is it Thibodeau?
No, someone from Carolina. They
Burns.
Yeah, they just gave him like 150 mil.
Yeah, that's pretty good fucking.
They didn't give him any.
piece right there.
They didn't give him any picks. I don't think like any big picks, like no second rounders.
But they just signed Jones last year, right? Because it was either him or Saquon.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
that was a
beginning-
mistake.
They fucked up on that one.
Yeah.
I know Saquon been hurt, but you're investing in a quarterback that you're just not really sure.
That was like 50-50.
At the same
like,
time, that line is so fucking trash. So
that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
it's always hard to kind of judge someone because it's
well,
like,
I know he did get hurt, but like, dude, that's when you have a top running back like that, man. That's just tough to.
I haven't really paid attention to their GM, but if it's changed recently, but I mean, this got to be a pretty fucking. If it's the same GM, this is a fucking terrible stretch. Besides the Burn signing, I mean, trade
Yeah.
away Barkley, sign Daniel Jones. That's fucking suspect right there.
Yeah, I mean, he did the only he made a solid move like getting Burns because they gave up nothing. I'm pretty sure they only gave up like a third and a fourth or something
it was something like a bag of chips.
Yeah, because they had to pay him.
Like,
so it's not
fucking
really
Carolina's
worth
a
all them picks.
He's a shitty ass GM. McCaffrey
Yeah,
and
Carolina, goddamn, they're going down the fucking hole right now.
McCaffrey and Burns for a bag of chips, dog.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone offered him like 3 first-rounders in the season for Burns. But I think like that was a solid pick like for the future. But I think they eventually need, like you guys said, need to get rid of Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or just eat. They're just going to have to eat it one year like
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. I mean, they're just going to have to fucking bite the bullet.
yeah, and like speaking, I don't know what they're gonna fucking do.
Who?
The Broncos. But
Shit,
we'll
they
get
got
to
their
that.
guy, yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
get to
we got a
that.
speed run. We only on like number 6 right
Yeah.
now.
All right.
23 minutes. Who's next?
Number 7 was there a trade here or no?
No. It's,
Tennessee Titans picked J.C. Latham, I think.
Yeah, offensive lineman.
Yeah, from Bama.
Oh, yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. Like I said, can't
Yeah.
hate on bolstering the fucking O-line, like I said. But I
Yeah.
did see they graded that as a C+
I
on
mean,
ESPN.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there were some concerns with him. I didn't really. I was looking for the Steelers, but
yeah.
I just seen that and I was like, damn.
I seen it was a big motherfucker. That's like in the in the combine. That's why he moved up. But I mean, can't hate on, like you said, can't hate on an offensive lineman. And I think they got some cornerbacks and wide receivers in free agency. So just protecting
Yeah.
their quarterback.
I don't know about the actual Titans, but in the mock drafts it seems like they were banking on a trade with the Chargers because they really wanted Joe Alt.
Yeah.
So I guess they just settled with Latham.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what that price tag would have been to flop like that. But all right, and then we got the big pick number 8.
God damn.
Fucking Michael Penix.
This got to go down as like one of the worst picks in like 10 years, I feel like.
Like I could go and talk years on this pick. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like not only number one, you just lost hella trust in your quarterback right there. They tell him while they're on the fucking clock about to pick him. You just paid him 180, right?
180.
4 year, 180 million. So you're paying him to be that guy. And then, that just saying everyone's was like, oh, well, yeah, they just don't trust him. If you don't trust him, then why the fuck did you just pay him all that fucking money then? Like, giving someone that much money is saying I trust. The whole Achilles shit I get, but
Yeah.
but he's been throwing since the end of the season last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously it's not showing as a problem. But then, too, I'm not saying they're Super Bowl contenders by any means, but they have potential to be. And it's like, bro, they could have went and got that defensive end, number one defensive player in the draft, bolster
Exactly.
the defense. And it's like, dude, then you have, I'm not saying you have a shot at the Super Bowl, but they have all the pieces. They just need to mash it together. And it's like, dude, and then you just go draft a fucking old college football player. And there isn't any shade toward Penix because I think he's going to be solid. But he's already fucking old. It's all this is banking off of Kirk Cousins failing or getting injured. And then it goes back to, why did you pay him that much fucking money if you're banking on that or like worried in any certain way. Like, god damn, that shit just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, like I seen something by the end of his contract, he'll be like 28.
Yeah.
So, like, and then like if he sucks, then like
you wasted a top 10 pick.
Yeah, and then but you could have had, like you said, the best defensive end in the fucking draft, and that's the fucking that's the player you fucking needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the only way I see it makes sense is if you don't think Kirk's injury is all the way healed. But like I don't understand why we wouldn't have seen a fucking report about that. And like I don't think you should have fucking like you should just sign the fucking like backup quarterback if that was the fucking case. And do they still have Riddler or no?
I don't think so.
I know they have Heineke.
If they have Heineke,
Oh god damn.
yeah. If they have Heineke,
I think they extended him or something. I
Yeah,
seen that in
like-
some comments, so I'm not
just
sure
pissed
about
me
that.
off even more.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't make much sense if I just don't see it making sense. Like you could have, like you were the one spot you could have picked the like either. I think they needed they could have upgraded their cornerback too. Like
I mean, anything.
Like,
Literally anything
they could have
else
got
would
the
have fucking
first.
helped you.
They could have got the first fucking defensive player in the fucking draft. Like whether it was defensive line or a DB, like they're fucking in a prime spot to win their division. Like, and it just doesn't make much sense.
I mean, it's just no angle you take at it makes sense. They could have drafted the fucking best punter, and it would have upgraded their team more than drafting Penix. And it's like, oh, they're gonna compete. Why did you pay him fucking $180 million to compete? Which I know he's not competing really, but I mean, like, well, what the fuck is he there for then?
Like they're just banking on him just in case he gets injured or after the 2 years, if Kirk gets kind of old, like, because he's 35 now, but Kirk's solid. Like, he's a solid dude for, like, before he got injured, he was like 18 touchdowns to 3 picks. Like, he could have won, he was like on an MVP tear. Like, if he was winning the division, he wasn't winning the division, he was losing, but, like, he was MVP caliber if he was fucking winning.
Yeah.
Like, he was on a fucking tear.
Yeah,
So, they're just banking on him either getting injured or sucking after 2 years, because I think they have an option after 2 years, right? Or something like that. But he's just old, and, like, if I was them, I would have just, like, fucking picked a defensive guy. It doesn't make much sense.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
If they had, I didn't even realize. I forgot they even had Taylor Heineke. I mean,
Yeah, that was a hell of a point.
That's the best backup quarterback you could fucking have.
Heineke was a fucking starter for the Commanders. Like, fucking,
dude,
and he got y'all to the playoffs, didn't he?
I mean, honestly, he's kind of like
He started for
but just a
them.
weaker arm.
He fucking beat Riddler out. He started for them last year, didn't he? For some games.
It just doesn't make sense. And
God damn.
everything I read had their grade an F. Nothing higher.
And
all
bro,
Fs.
if you think fucking Kirk Cousins isn't gonna make it, there's gonna be free agents. Go like, dude.
But then it
trade
goes
Kirk.
back-
Like, dude, it
goes
doesn't.
back to it again. Then why did you pay him all that fucking money? And the biggest thing for me is they just lost trust in that. Because, one, they didn't warn him, hey, when you're signing, hey, we're looking at a quarterback too, to be under you, just something. But, like, you wait till he fucking is on the clock to fucking, hey, Kirk, we're drafting
And-
Michael Penix.
You know, fucking for me, like, if you're gonna reach on a fucking quarterback, trade back. If you think all those quarterbacks were gonna get picked, trade with the fucking Raiders. Trade back, pick Joe Milton late, who's got a hell of an arm, is tall, got all the intangibles. Sit him 4 years behind Kirk. Let him fucking develop. Who's younger, like, dog. Or I don't think he's that much younger, but dude, God, it just
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
reach on a quarterback in the third round. Like, Joe Milton is a fucking animal, dog, and and develop him, dog.
Yeah, like,
Pick a quarterback in the fucking top, dude. That just makes me want to.
It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Like, any angle you go at, just because it all goes back to, then why did you pay Kirk that much
I just don't get if you're going to sit a quarterback for 3-4 years, pick a quarterback late, and I don't get it.
It just doesn't make why they would take a quarterback at all in the draft.
Or even Spencer Rattler, pick him in the second round or late or third round or whenever he's getting picked. Like,
it's still just after Heineke realizing that, it's like, there's no reason to even pick a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, well, number one, I think you take McCarthy before Penix in my opinion. And then number two,
I agree because he's younger. I 100% agree.
Yeah, and then number two, unless they're just banking on Penix being like a Pat Mahomes type player, because I think the Chiefs traded Smith to the Commanders, right? And then Patrick Mahomes turned into the starter. I think it was either trade or free agency.
Something. I think it was free agency.
And then who was the Rodgers got traded to the Jets, not signed, right?
Yeah, he got traded.
Yeah, so unless they're just they have insane amount of trust in this guy to be like a top 5-10 quarterback, that's the only route I could see. But other than that, I mean, it's fucking stupid.
I just think Penix is corny as hell, dog. Like,
I mean, I think he'll be good or solid, but it's just that's not the right home.
well, he was just like, he said some shit like, oh yeah, like when teams were worried about his injuries, he's like, yeah, don't worry about X-rays, worry about the EKG, like talking about like heart and shit.
That heart in him.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
that was kind of cold though.
I'm like, dog.
Dude, yeah, I like Penix. Like, I was excited to see him. Like, probably, I mean, I was expecting him to go to the Raiders or something, but like, I was excited to see what he could do, like, right off the bat. And now we gotta wait 3 or 4 years, probably, to see what he does.
This is my pro comp. My pro comp's Teddy Bridgewater. That's who he reminds me of. Like, once he plays some comp, he's mid. Like, he played fucking Michigan. He showed like a good defense. He was terrible. Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, I know it's easy to compare because he's lefty, but I think Tua's like a pretty solid comparison because they both have I mean, Penix has he has a better deep ball than Tua, even though Tua is a good deep ball thrower. And they're not crazy agile, but they can move when they need to. Yeah. But, I mean, like, why not McCarthy if you're going to go quarterback? Because I think he's just a more athletic Kirk Cousins, so he'd be like the perfect quarterback to sit behind Cousins if you really want to take that route.
And he's younger too, and that's what I think McCarthy needs, like, development. And, like, if you're gonna take a quarterback, but I think if you're really gonna take a fucking quarterback, just take a shot on one of them in the fucking later rounds.
Yeah, even if you don't pick the first defensive guy, at least go Rome Odunze. I mean, you only got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and then it gets a little thin after that.
Yeah, but like they're all like, but they just got like Rondale Moore too. I think, right? Like Rondale Moore's like a third, but I don't know, man. It's just,
and then you got to think of like what's going on in Michael Penix's head, because I think you get. Even though it's still the first round, I think you get paid higher for getting picked higher.
Yeah.
But you get the higher draft payday. But it's like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to play for at minimum 2 years, barring injuries.
And what the fuck is that owner thinking, bro? Like, it looked like he didn't even think that they were going to pick a QB. Like, because I seen a video where the GM was trying to explain why he picked Penix to the owner, like, and it was just like he didn't even know they picked. Yeah, it was just like, I don't know.
Sucks for Penix and sucks for Falcons. I mean,
like,
it's a fucking lose-lose.
It looked like I seen something that looked like Raiders actually wanted Penix and he was gonna like start for him or something.
Yeah,
I would have been hyped for that.
Yeah, like he probably would have played over who they got now,
They got
Minshew.
Gardner and Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, he probably would have started there.
you got a top 5 receiver right off the bat,
Yeah,
arguably. And Devontae Adams, I mean,
like I know Gardner ain't the best, but like he can, like he's kind of like a vet. He could show him a few things, but like now he's gonna sit for 4 years under like fucking Kirk, and then he's gonna be old as shit like after, and he's like,
yeah, and Gardner's like a fucking. Like he's only probably still in the league because he's like a team guy. Like he's willing to help whoever needs to help. Like, yeah, but like the Raiders probably didn't even have a thought of calling up to the Falcons.
nah, they knew they were either gonna get Bo Nix or Gardner. That's probably like.
And then Big Shefty dropped the bomb literally 30 seconds before the pick. Like it just had to be a last minute fucking Hail Mary. Fucking
Crazy.
stupid as fuck.
It's nuts.
Well, we got number 9. That's the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Big room.
Yeah, Big Rome.
Solid pick for bolster the Bears offense. I think that's probably the best number 1 overall pick to go situation to go into. 'Cause usually it's like they only have a quarterback and they're just going to work with it. But got a pretty solid fucking team. Got Swift, fucking running back. Got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, fucking Rome, Cole Kmet. I know he's nothing crazy, but he's still pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, shit. Got a pretty good fucking team to work with.
We haven't seen Rome play, but as of right now, I think that's probably levels above any other receiving core in the league, probably.
Yeah. Them or the Texans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm taking Bears over them. I think Stroud's just that guy to make Dell and Nico good. Because before Stroud, Nico, I mean, he wasn't really much.
Yeah. Who's that long neck dude? See who they had throwing to him, though? I forget his fucking name. Just remember he had a fucking big ass neck.
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't get him a offensive tackle to block for him though.
Yeah, there was still a decent amount. There's only Latham and Alt before them.
Yeah, but I mean it's a good pick overall though. Get him some weapons. But I think before the draft, that's who he wanted. Like he said that before the draft, like because the odds was like plus 100, and he was saying stuff like. So I mean, it's a good pick overall. Get your quarterback weapons. Like
yeah, and it. I mean, NFL is different, but the line doesn't matter as much with Williams because all his highlights are just evading pressure.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, if he doesn't do good with this fucking team, it's...
Yeah, then he's a fucking transgender.
I mean, it's a good draft for them. Like, them and the fucking Vikings fucking had a good fucking draft.
Fucking...
Say we just shoot straight to the Vikings.
First trade up.
Even though the Falcons kind of fucked everyone up at that point.
Yeah.
They needed a little razzle-dazzle to the draft, and they fully delivered on that one. But J.J. McCarthy, I really don't know what to think about him, honestly, just because Michigan was basically a run team, but everyone's giving him a hell of a lot of fucking hopes and dreams. So
I mean, I think it's the best spot for him to go to be honest. Like, he's in a good spot. Like, I mean, besides the Bears, it's probably the best spot for him to go to. Like, he's got a good offensive coach, and he's got a good running back, and he's got the receivers and the tight end to throw to. So,
yeah,
like Caleb Williams, if you don't have but he's gonna need more. Like, he's probably gonna need a year or two to develop. So,
good over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy's probably going to need a year or two to develop, but he's in a good spot. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he
Yeah.
sits a couple games behind Darnold a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin O'Connell, I think he was just like a crappy quarterback back in the day.
Yeah.
He played with the Patriots. So, I mean, he was a quarterback. Now he's a coach. He obviously knows the game. So, whatever he chooses, I think he should fucking start day one, honestly. But, like you said, they have so many weapons around the quarterback. I mean, they ain't winning a Super Bowl. So I don't think there's no wrong answer as far as starter for week one.
Why not just throw him in there, just get him some experience?
See, I'm just not a fan of starting rookie quarterbacks day one. I like that little 4 to 5 game. Let them
get
sit back, take it in. Especially like typically if you're running a rookie quarterback, then you're not really going to be a Super Bowl contender anyway. So let them just develop a little bit.
And more in most of the quarterbacks that sit, they like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. They sat before. Like Patrick Mahomes sat like a year, right?
Yeah, full season.
And I think Josh Allen sat a season or two, right?
Nah, I think he sat just a little bit, but not. I don't think it was a full season.
Well, and I know
wrong, but
Jordan Love sat a couple seasons.
3 years, I think.
So, I mean, if you look at the quarterbacks that sit, they typically do better. Like, Mac Jones started immediately, fucking ass. And, like...
Yeah, it all depends because it's like who...
But look at the teams, dude. Like,
Jordan Love's sitting behind fucking Aaron Rodgers. Pat Mahomes was sitting behind Alex Smith. I mean, he was pretty good when he was on the Chiefs, so it's not like when Redskins kind of...
Yeah, they're like
broke his leg.
Kirk Cousins sat behind RG3.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So, I mean...
Yeah, that was the year we drafted.
So, I mean, typically quarterbacks, if they develop, they're like, they get better. I mean...
I don't know. I feel like top 10, like... What's the point of drafting somebody top 10 if you ain't going to start them? I think, besides Patrick Mahomes, like... C.J. Stroud is better than fucking Jordan Love or any of these quarterbacks who ever sat. I don't know if Josh Allen sat. I think he was a day one starter.
I think I might have been one of those. He like sat for like a week or 2 or 3, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I know he was asked for like the first year or two.
But like McCarthy played in like an NFL style system.
Yeah.
Like I think Big Ten is more of like a NFL style division.
He did a lot of play action style stuff, right? Like
play action. I mean, had to because they think they're gonna run every play. So play action. That's an easy fucking touchdown right
and
there.
I think something like he only threw like 2 picks or something, and he completed like 86% of his pass. So he's not like inaccurate quarterback. It's just he just didn't throw the ball a lot because they ran the ball a lot.
And Harbaugh was the coach, and now he's in the NFL. So I mean, he had one of the best, maybe besides like Saban, as the best fucking college coach in the whole fucking.
So that's what I'm saying. Like now you got a solid coach, and you got a solid team around you. So he might not be that bad. Like I feel like he's gonna be. In my opinion, I think he's going to be better than Drake May because he's in a better situation.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think May, I'm slightly biased because it was either between him and Daniels for our pick, but yeah, I think May's going to be shit, and he's from UNC.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the 3rd best quarterback in the draft behind Daniels and Williams.
Who, McCarthy? Oh, I thought you were saying that with Drake May.
Oh, hell no.
I could definitely see McCarthy being the best out of that whole class, though.
There's always yeah, because it's all about the teams who, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We got number 11.
I don't even know. I'd say just jump to the next hot pick.
What?
Would that be Vikings trading?
Jets got 11, and they picked
They picked a
Tackle.
offensive
We
tackle.
got a Broncos.
One of
Bo
those
Nix.
Hawaiian guys. So yeah, number 12, Broncos, Bo Nix. Yeah.
I think it's just a fucking moment at that point. I mean, you need damn near everything.
Dude,
So, I
I
mean,
just
I don't-
want that motherfucking coach to be out of the league,
God
dog.
damn, I hate Sean Payton.
Dude, I'm just sick. I've been sick of that motherfucker for like 10 years. Ever since he got fucking like caught on that scandal shit, like where he was putting hits on players. Like I know they said he wasn't a part of it. Like it was the defensive coordinator, but like
Especially when you're shooting shots at Robert Salem and
like
saying something about his team because of the offensive coordinator. And then didn't really age too well for old Big Sean now that you're probably the biggest joke of the fucking league.
Yeah, especially if Russ pops off for like fucking 40 touchdowns or something. Then
Dude,
he's going to
yeah.
look like a real fucking clown.
dude, I just hope he does. And then like, you know why I drafted a rookie quarterback? So he could fucking like, just in case he has a shitty season, he gets an extra year.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have like he's gonna get lucky and at least have 2 years. So
I just don't like Bo Nix.
he's
Like,
yeah,
he went to Auburn.
terrible.
He did decent before he transferred, but then he went to Oregon and he's still just decent. Like, I think he's just like just gonna be average at best, like maybe 15 to 20
Well,
ranking.
that's another team that like, who the fuck you got, bro? You got rid of fucking Jerry Jeudy. You got no tight end. You got fucking your offensive line is mid.
Yeah, they got Greg Dulcich at tight end.
I remember I picked, dude,
Big Cortland.
fucking, I hate fucking Cortland Sutton so much. He's average at best. I mean, he's a little bit above average, but dog, like, come on, like, he cannot separate worse shit. Like,
I think he's a decent wide receiver number
he's
2.
he's a wide receiver 2 on every other team, like besides the Giants. No, now he is the wide receiver 2 on the Giants. They got neighbors. Like,
Wait, what?
he's a wide receiver 2 on the Giants.
He's on the Giants?
I said if he's on the Giants, he's a wide receiver 2.
What the fuck?
You don't think he's a wide receiver 2 on the Giants?
Yeah, he
Why
was-
the Giants?
He was just
though?
saying that the Giants have the worst receiving core out of the whole league. So even on their team,
Oh,
he'd still
okay.
be the number 2.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
like
was like, why the fuck? Why are the Giants
I'm saying like
catching
out
a
of every
stray?
team out of every teams, he's a wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
a rookie wide receiver would be over him.
yeah.
And
I
like
just-
Pickens hasn't really proved himself, so he'd definitely be number 2 behind Pickens. I mean, he's proved himself a little bit, but like he's a young receiver 1,
Yeah.
and he'd still be behind him too.
I just fucking am sick and tired of Sutton, dog. I don't know why.
Why do you got such hate for Sutton?
I just don't like the Broncos.
He
I
must have
think.
lost you a fantasy matchup last
Dude, I kind of
year.
like Sutton. He be popping off every now
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then.
I don't
I just don't like the Broncos, I think.
probably.
And like Javante, like he's fucking ass, dog. Like, I mean, he's
Who,
okay.
their running back, Javon.
Yeah. Like Philip Lindsay was fired, dog, and he took his spot.
I feel like everybody loved Phillip. Yeah.
Philip was a
I mean,
dog.
he was also like an undrafted guy who just popped off.
Dude looked
but,
like a fox.
Philip was he rushed for like 1,200 yards. Then like for some reason they just like gave his spot away for no reason.
yeah, and picked up fucking 48-year-old Melvin Gordon.
He fumbled
idiot.
every time he ran the fucking ball.
Dude,
But
that
didn't he-
was bad.
Didn't he go there and then like play a few games and get cut?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
no, he played a whole season, but he fumbled every time he ran the ball. I think almost.
Yeah, who else did they have that season? Because Javante was hurt. Was it Latavius?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're fucked there at running back with
Dude,
those two when they're
I
both.
was just so pressed when they got rid of Philip, dog. Like
Yeah.
he was like, because I picked him up in fantasy, and then like the problem was he like split the carries every time, and I was just like,
Oh, there's the hate. It always goes back to fantasy.
Ever since that defense split up, they just been fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
ever since Von Miller left, that team's really fucking falling apart.
Even
Von
Big
Miller.
Aqib to leave. Remember he's
Hell
that dude was
yeah.
a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Holla.
Champ
bald
Bailey.
ass. Big dog used to look like Charlemagne the God and shit. All right, who we got?
Big Demarius Thomas.
Yo, R.I.P.
Tim Tebow in his prime.
Yeah, when they beat the Steelers this rookie year in overtime, I'll never. That's just you just know where you were in that moment.
All right, we got 13, Las Vegas Raiders. They go Bowers, right?
Yep.
Didn't they just pick Michael Mayer last year?
Yeah. I just feel like you can't go wrong with Bowers. Like he can be used anywhere.
They said he's the next George Kittle.
Nah.
That's
Next
what
Kelsey.
That's his pro comp, George Kittle.
He can't block like George though. I feel like George is a block first tight end. Bowers is definitely a catch first tight end. And he's a lot thinner, I think.
We'll see, dog.
But Bowers, you can line him up anywhere, but yeah. They have Gardner Minshew throwing to him, which I'm a believer in Gardner to be a solid, like, fucking 7-win guy, but
You don't think Big Aiden gonna take the job from Gardner?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Gardner's the fan favorite, dog. Everybody loves Gardner,
Yeah,
I feel
you can't
like.
hate on Gardner.
Remember when he wore those fucking bandanas and shit? The fucking American bandanas.
All I know is that stash is a fucking godsend.
When they have him mic'd up against Big Max Crosby, like last season, he's like, "Man, why does he want to hurt me so bad?" It's just funny
They
as
talked
shit.
about that on the podcast. Gardner went on Crosby shit, and he said it pissed off Crosby, but now they all lovey-dovey since they teammates and shit.
But no, I think especially with adding the Dolphins defensive end, Wilkinson or whatever his name is.
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's gonna be a
huge
dirty
for the
D-line.
defensive line, Crosby and them.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You
honestly,
got a
their
bag.
defense is shaping up. I do like Pierce. I think he has kind of brings that like blue collar toughness to the team. And I think it's big when a team trusts their head coach like they do. Like they said, if they didn't get the job, that they were requesting for a trade. So I think I know I like the chemistry. I like the vibe. So I feel like
Big Antonio.
I think Adams.
Antonio
though,
Pierce.
um,
You don't like Big Roger Goodell?
what does that have to do with anything?
You don't like the... Oh, no, what was his name?
John
John
Gruden?
Gruden. I always get the motherfuckers confused.
What does this?
Nah,
have-
John Gruden, he's sitting on his couch. He said the N-word or something.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
No,
like
he
an
didn't. No.
email, right?
Well, he was talking about like being gay and all that shit.
He was gay?
No,
He was hating on
He was
him?
like it was like back
Oh.
in like 2003, and he was like saying homophobic slurs, and I think that's all it was. I think
What did he
think it was-
drop the F-bomb or something?
It
Rhymes
was
with
something. I
maggot?
think he just said like I don't know what the homophobic slur was, but I don't think it was anything racist or anything. I think it was just homophobic because he had that Abram guy on the team, and he had to take a day off, a personal day.
Who's
afterwards.
Abram?
He was like a gay, like openly gay defensive end.
Oh, remember Michael Sam, dog?
Oh, fuck. He's a white guy, right?
Yeah, or like he might be like mixed, but he's like looks white.
I feel like he's like
Dude, I always
Michael
get Roger
something.
Goodell and John Gruden confused. I don't know why.
Dude, when he said that, I was like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this dude on?"
The motherfuckers are twins, dog.
All right, who we got at 14? You got no fucking clue.
Let's just
Oh,
jump.
the fucking Saints.
What about just run to the Lions?
Oh, yeah, Saints picked a tackle next.
What the Lions pick up?
We got a cornerback.
Big Terrion Arnold.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, they were
that was-
loving that fucking pick.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good pick.
That's a W pick right there.
Yeah, I was surprised we traded up because they said. I know Dan Campbell said before the draft, he's like, if our guy wasn't there, we are gonna trade out of the first round.
Who'd they trade with?
Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was like one of the top 2 cornerbacks in the draft.
Yeah, him and Big Quinion.
Yeah, so I was pretty like I thought the Eagles were gonna pick Arnold, but I was surprised they picked Mitchell. So I mean, I was pretty happy with the pick. Like, especially ever since that Cam Sutton shit happened. Like, so I mean, I'm pretty happy with the pick.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah, big Jeff Okuda.
Yeah, so we're, dude, that'd be fucking tough. Another fucking cornerback, fucking.
At least you didn't pick him top 5.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's a solid pick.
yeah.
Guess we can just jump to the Chiefs.
What about y'all?
A big Troy.
Oh,
Troy Fashanu or something. He's a
tackle
in college. They say he's gonna move to guard, but I think he's versatile. Like,
well, y'all needed an offensive line though, right?
Yeah, he can. Like I said, he can't ever hurt. I'm picking offensive line, and we on fucking ESPN we got an A+ for that. I know there was kind of some doubts for size, but they said like he can literally play anywhere, and at minimum put him at guard, and he'll fucking kill it there.
Well, I seen something that said he was like rated higher than where he got picked.
Yeah, I think he was like top 15 minimum.
Well, and I seen fucking Arnold was supposed to go way earlier. They said, and Mitchell too, like where the Eagles picked him. Like the cornerbacks were supposed to go earlier, but
I think and if you got anything defensive, it was a steal because the first 14 picks were
yeah, it was crazy.
Because even
Turner going, where'd he go? Like 18, 17?
17.
Yeah, he was supposed to go at 8 and he went all the way at 17.
Because that offensive lineman the Bengals got, was it Mims or something like that?
Yeah, fucking pissed me off. Dude.
They,
I thought we were going to trade up for him.
But they gave them like a C+ or C- for that pick too. So
well, Mims,
that's why I didn't really understand.
Mims, he's got a low floor, but they say he has like the highest ceiling of all the tackles because he's just so goddamn big. But
go ahead.
The first defensive player was big Leatu Latu, not even Dallas Turner or Jared Verse or Quinion or anybody.
Did you see him in the thing with the neck brace on?
Yeah,
just trolling.
Yeah, I mean, I seen him. I'm a little biased because I listened to that Max Crosby podcast with Big Leatu on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems like he's just like everything they say about Crosby, how he's always the first one in, last one out. It like sounded like that's exactly how Latu is. But as long as that neck holds up, I think he'll be decent.
Well, they said he got the same surgery from like the same one that Peyton Manning got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
especially being defensive too, like
that's
I
rough.
just feel like isn't it like they said he sat out 2 fucking seasons. Like that's just insane. Like I mean I'm not saying he can't be good or anything, but like what Van Der Esch off of the Cowboys fucking had to retire because of his neck. And it's like they'll go into the league with a neck injury. It just takes one hit.
Next Ryan Shazier, dog.
I mean, Damo could be.
That's what I'm saying.
I think his volume was just too good for like most teams. I mean, he did play at UCLA, which he said that was the only team that he could really go to because nobody else wanted to take the risk. I mean, I think he had like the most production out of any defensive player. But yeah, I was expecting them to go Quinion because I think I heard some of their like top 6 or 7 in the league in sacks already. So they're going to be even more deadly because they still got DeForest Buckner on there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I guess the only really super exciting pick was, I guess the Chiefs moving up to pick Big Dog from Texas, wide receiver. Was he anything before breaking the 40?
I think he was a solid. He was the number 1 on Texas, I think.
Yeah, Texas, I feel like was kind of similar to LSU. Like they had 2 good receivers and a good quarterback. But I mean LSU, I think they were slightly better. But as far as stats, but yeah, they had Worthy and what is it, Adonai Mitchell or something?
Yeah, I think he was the one that kind of like moved up because of his like combine.
Yeah,
because he had a super good combine, and they thought he was gonna be like top 2 wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah, I think he's like kind of like a faster Antonio Brown type build, like 5'10", 5'11", just like speedy, like He ain't. I guess they're trying to like maybe like a Tyreek type player, like just blow the fucking defense away or something. But I know I was FaceTiming Blake. He said he was pretty pissed. He wanted like a 6'3", 6'4" receiver to go up and get the ball because they already have
Brown.
Big Rice and Brown. Yeah.
Well, is Rice gonna play?
I think definitely he gets suspended at least the first 4. At minimum, I mean, he might go to fucking jail for all we
That's what I'm
know.
saying.
But we all know how they pay that shit out. So.
Yeah. Well, is like from what I seen is that dude's like super fucking skinny. Like
Big Worthy.
Yeah. So like I don't know if he's gonna get bodied by the fucking cornerbacks and shit or
might get bodied by the fucking wind.
Well, like you know how like fucking who was y'all's like cornerback that like he did good on the 40
Emmanuel Forbes.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He like tried to do good on the 40, but he lost a ton of weight to do good on the 40.
Well, first off, Emmanuel Forbes should not have been a first-round draft pick. That's just our old ownership fucking taking a shitty-ass pick.
But, like, if he gained some weight and, like, put on some muscle, he might be decent.
Yeah, I mean, but he was in the SEC facing real guys, and I wasn't aware of any, like, injuries or something, so he just might be all right.
Yeah,
And plus the NFL, like, they'll get his fucking weight training and fucking diet right. He'll be... And he's on the Chiefs. I mean,
I think he might be like Hyatt, like a better Hyatt, kind of like, because Hyatt's kind of like fast and.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure because I don't deep dive too much into college sports, but I only know him from breaking the 40.
Mm-hmm.
But the last person that broke the 40 was John Ross, and. I mean, he was, I think, a first-round pick, and it was pretty quick to escape the league. And he just had hamstring injuries.
Yeah.
And then was out of the league in, like, 4 years. I think he got cut from the Giants and went to the Bengals, I think, and then just kind of fell off from there.
Yeah, he also could be like a Mecole Hardman type guy. Super fucking fast, but just not that great, even though he did kind of fucking seal that Super Bowl up.
Yeah, I mean, but
after getting traded back.
Didn't he get cut, too?
I think they either traded him or somebody else signed him, and then the Chiefs got him back, and then he ended up catching that last.
No, I was saying, didn't they like? Oh no, they cut Scantling, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who they cut. But
and Sky Moore, they got that pick wrong. Was he a first rounder?
Oh yeah, he was ass. He was late first round.
That's another guy. He's fucking ass, but he fucking showed up in the Super Bowl, and I think he had that punt return and that one touchdown. But it's the Chiefs. If they get it wrong, who gives a fuck? They're still winning.
Dude, it's just crazy. They didn't show up in the regular season, but like once it hits playoffs, bro, it's like.
Yeah, I was telling Blake I was hoping they would stay at their pick and get big lad McConkey, that white receiver out of Georgia. He's like a faster. He's basically like if you took Travis Kelce and put him in like a shorter wide receiver and faster. Like he's just that guy who like reads the zone, turns around, he's just open every time.
Like Big Kelsey.
Yeah.
What about
McConkey? I can't get past that last name.
Big Conk.
What about McCaffrey's brother? Is he a dog?
Oh, he's like a fourth rounder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But the Panthers also traded up and got their boy Leggett, Xavier Leggett. Have you seen him talk?
Dude,
Man, I catch the fucking ball every time, fucking black redneck. And he played at South Carolina, so Panthers traded up and staying in Carolina. He's like a big body receiver. I think he's only like 6'1", but he's like a DK Metcalf type, except like a couple inches shorter. Like a big fucking muscular guy.
Yeah, I seen that's what they think Mitchell's gonna be like.
Oh, Adonai Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening to some shit earlier. I feel like, or they were saying that the only reason he probably fell out of the first round is because he got like attitude problems and like work ethic problems. Like he's like a fucking Kyler Murray. I guess he just stays on the video games or some shit. Don't want to fucking work on his craft.
Well, I seen y'all might get Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Dude, if he drops to us, that better be our pick.
Dude, he's
either him or Cooper DeJean.
I'm surprised. Same. I'm surprised. Well, the only reason.
What time is it actually?
What
They might be drafted.
Oh,
it should be. He's been getting score alerts, and I've been trying to look at him. But you don't have the second pick of the second round.
No, we got the fourth pick. We got number 36. So 33, 34, 35. Yeah, fourth pick.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know. Now that you say it, yeah, that's kind of
But
weird.
but yeah, a lot of mock drafts had us getting Kool-Aid.
At what, first round?
You got an alert. But I seen the only reason Cooper DeJean and McKinstry didn't go in the first round is because they're injured, or because they had injuries. But they were both projected to be first round picks.
I know why I would be scared to take Cooper, because he's a fucking white cornerback.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Let's be real now.
I was watching like a fucking thing on the Michael Parsons and C.J. Stroud joint, and fucking at the beginning they were like saying we might pick Cooper DeJean, and fucking Michael Parsons was like, he's a white cornerback.
God damn, imagine if the roles were reversed.
I know.
But this is Logan King signing out the podcast. Comment, like, subscribe.
Peace.
Check out our TikTok, the Triple Crown Pod.
Yeah, fuck that other Triple Crown pod starting their pod after ours. If you see this, because I know you're fucking watching.
Bunch of betas.
Fuck you.
Deuces, no excuses.
Get off the fucking digital shit, pussies.
Peace!
Imagine starting a fucking war with the fucking...
Click that recorder for me, Big Cam.